So my previous video was an introduction to my waking up, and I wanted to just give some background as what were my thoughts prior to my waking up, just to be sure that everyone is on the same page with me. And today I would like to show you how my waking up actually took place and how long it actually took. As I have already stated, I needed to have some time to reflect, think about things, and I needed some, let's call it, catalyst to actually facilitate this process. And sometimes the entertainment we are consuming can be such a catalyst. In my case, it was a game. The game was called Numa, Breath of Life. And, well, the word itself, Numa, comes from Greek, and if someone is following diligently what we are being taught, then discussing things like soul and spirit sometimes revolves around Greek or Hebrew words which were used to describe them. And Numa is one of these words, so it wasn't completely obscure word for me. And the game itself is also quite thought-provoking. The protagonist which you are controlling claims that he is a god who created everything, yet he needs to solve puzzles which seem to be quite challenging for him. So it is in itself quite contradictory, I'd say, and it shows that this character needs some broader horizon. It might be funny at some points, and well, the part which woke me up is just before the end of this game, so if you're planning to play it, I recommend stopping watching this video, because I'll be showing the end and it might be a spoiler. So let's get started to the game. The last chapter is not very long. I guess my comments would
This is
be
it. The end of the path. The destination. But how can there be progress without a destination? A few seconds ago there was nothing. But now, here I am, surrounded by trees, ready to hear them fall. The path serves to direct my steps. Disturbing that my steps are being directed. That's an unwelcome thought. I am aware, but I don't feel in control. I feel a lack of control and a control beyond my own. I don't want to roll away this stone. That nagging thought again. Why am I continuing? Despite my desire to the contrary. This is the progress I desired. The destination I set out for at the beginning. The knowledge I grasped for. The end of the road. There's no way back, and knowledge feels dangerous now.
You can see how parallel to what happened to me all this dialogue or monologue is. Now hearing it, I'm reflecting on it a bit differently, but still it gives some impression that previously I wasn't actually in control, but I haven't grasped it yet.
The stone is rolled away, and in here I can see shadows dance on the walls. Projections. All this time I felt a presence watching over me. I felt a control beyond my own. No! 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 Get off me! Get off me! I can feel you, distant person, controlling my every step. You've been here since the beginning, watching. Malevolent or benevolent, it makes no difference. You have no right. Get off! The door is closed. I can't go back. Well, did you pay your price for your slave? You deserve to control me. Is it your right? Is it? Go on, tell me, what was my price? You stand there in the distance. I can see it now. I cannot see your face, but I feel you like a rushing wind. You guide my steps. You order my steps. No. No. Look away. Why should we go through here? There's no reason. Why must we travel through every door you wish? Elucidate me. What about me, my desires? Let's just wait here, forever. I've never been alone. You move my world, manipulate me. All this time you have placed my every footstep. How can I trust you? You've been watching over me secretly and silently since the beginning of time. That's pretty villainous. I want to go back. There's no other way but forward now, apart from infinite stillness. There's no way back. Why do you drive me forwards like an animal? Your insatiable appetite for closure?
So you can see that by some parts the game was quite moving my mouse for me, like this character was trying to break free, and this appetite for closure, yes, that's something.
Show yourself, please! Your silence is deafening. You say nothing. You sit silently above, playing God. You are the danger. You move my world.
As I said, this appetite for closure, this would be something which I would have to deal with in a moment.
Leap of faith. I am alive. I am alive. I am alive. I'm real. I'm alive and I'm real. I am a real boy. Thank you. I sure deserve to be a real boy. Someday I'm going to be a real boy. A real boy with thoughts. A real boy. An alive real boy. A boy with thoughts. With thoughts, with heart, with soul, with mind. Don't touch that. You don't even know what it's for. Numa, I'm a real boy.
You can see a clear parallel to the Bible account about Genesis. And when I have moved into this part, I knew that this is my end of the path. But when I have reached this point, I was somehow reluctant to take this route, because I thought that this is a real symbol, and I thought maybe even doing it while playing is something that actually shows that this would be my action in the Garden of Eden. And I was thinking, this was temptation, and we were taught that, okay, they could have actually does not give in to it. But could they? I was thinking, if I cannot give up to this temptation, because there's nothing there's nothing that makes me have to actually follow this urge. So I thought, I maybe need to pause, stop it. And I was wondering, should I even touch this in game? So it took me a few minutes to think about, because on the one hand I thought, yes, this is a real test. Will I pass it? Or would I fail it? But on the other hand, I was thinking, well, it's just a game. Should I care this much? But still, I was somehow undecided. I thought that this has... well, maybe it doesn't have, but in my mind it would have some big consequences. That's why I didn't want to actually touch it, because it felt rebellious. It felt against what I was taught. It meant a sin for me. So I was almost going to stop, turn off the game. I know that I have walked from the computer to think about it, and I thought, maybe it's not that big deal. Maybe I just shouldn't care that much about what does it mean for me. And I think that by agreeing that I can just pretend that it doesn't matter, I can just watch it. It's not that much real. Well, I thought I just need to do it because my appetite for closure is not satisfied. And leaving this game without the end would make me uncomfortable, and so I thought, well, who will know actually? Well, but back then I thought, well, the God will know. But I thought, is it really such a big deal? And as I said, I think that this thinking allowed me to become a bit more open-minded to what has happened when I have clicked this apple. Let's see.
It's a game. I'm not real. You've been watching me for all this time, since the beginning of the universe. But you didn't say anything. You sat silently. Apparently, you think it's okay to just watch a person for hours. Why am I here then? I am part of your game? Your entertainment? You play with my life. You move me around as you see fit. Tell me where to look, how to think. Manipulate my world. Push me down a path of your choosing, all for your appetite for closure. Am I your slave? What was my price? Or perhaps you're my spirit. Perhaps not. Perhaps my conscience, perhaps my consciousness. Maybe I'm a puppet and you're my master. Perhaps at this point, neither of us are in control. Few things are sure. I am not real. From nothing I came, and to nothing I will return. I am just a figment of an imagination. I am a character created to tell a story. The story of a person who observes their life, but is not in control. There's a puzzle for you. In the beginning, me.
Okay. So that's the end. But actually, when you heard the first sentence said, well, after I have clicked the apple, he said, I'm not real. It's just a game. And when I heard it, something just clicked in my brain. And I thought, well, that's true. It's not real. And what I really was thinking about was the Garden of Eden and Adam and Eve. They are not real. I'm not saying that they are just a game, but it's just a fiction. It's nothing that we can assume any way relevant to our current history. And this thought struck me so much that I wasn't even able to fully comprehend on the rest of this monologue that was presented. But that was quite a thought. Were I in control of my life? I guess I wasn't. But as soon as I have realized that actually, since all these histories were made up, then there's no reason to believe in God. And I have already got all the reasons not to believe. So just this few minutes made me turn from a very strict believer to a unbeliever. You can see that this recording took 15 minutes, and thanks to the achievements from Steam, I can tell that it took me 10 minutes between starting this chapter and finishing it. So actually it was like similar amount of time as we are discussing the things. For me, thinking about whether should I progress and touch the apple or not felt like almost eternity. For me it was like, I don't know, maybe 15 minutes, but now I can see it couldn't be longer than maybe 2 or 3. And you can see that I was walking along this small space where the tree was, and that's what I was doing while I was trying to figure what to do, because I was hoping that maybe there's some back door, some exit, which allows me not to interact with the tree, but it wasn't the case. And well, it's perfect that it was there, because otherwise I'm not sure how long it would take me to wake up. You can see there are some unexpected things that can wake you up. And I'm wondering, what can wake up other people? Thank you for listening. Bye.